But we are in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park today, filming the brand new 10.5 foot 3-weight Highland Stealth. These are going to be my real-time first impressions of the ride. These fish right here in this particular spot get a lot of pressure, and I can tell. Not a bad little first fish. Be another one right here. A brown trout. Guys, just to remind y'all, both. Roger asked if I was feeling it or seeing it, and it's both simultaneously. But just so y'all don't forget, I am on 8X, 3-pound leader. .5 millimeter fly. Dropping it right on dimes out there. It is a little faster. I would say it resembles the 10.3 an awful lot in speed and the sensitivity, which originally I liked the 10-footer for the casting ability. A lot of small fish in this stream with the occasional big ones. The thing about jerked right out of my hands. Another brown trout. This rod is extremely fast, but it's still protected my tippet really well. I know these fish aren't big, but no issues with strike detection. I know that's mostly on the angler, but my previous reason for not fishing them, because I felt like I was never as accurate as I was with a 10-foot rod. And I think I've missed my target one time so far, and it's when I caught that rock over there. Another little brown trout. Sitting up on the edge. Be nice to run into a 1 over 12 inches today. There we go. This is a really nice rainbow. Little fly change and some success. It's my first go with a 2 mil. And she zings out there. So accurate. I feel like I'm fishing a mile away right now. That's a 2 mil. This is really nice because a lot of people will crouch around. Having a rod that'll throw single flies that far, I ain't gotta crouch around. Oh God. Jumping the waders there. Thing scared the far out of me. It's hissing at me. Did not see that. I'll go this way. I thought it was a rattlesnake. It's hissing at me. Here's a good test right here. We'll zip it up there pretty far. That's about 30 feet or so. Let's try a little dry dropper. I'm about to find out. I nymphed all the way up through there with 8X. I'm going to dry drop. I'm going to put 9X underneath the dry. This is dry dropping with a 2 mil underneath this dry fly.
Yeah,
look at that.
That's something I have a hard time with.
Yeah, a lot of people do have typically a hard time dry dropping with a 2 mil under a dry fly.
Really light leader.
And again, that's all based on the combination of the rod, leader, flies. Because that's, I mean, that's out there. That's almost the other side of the river. So we are on a tiny little dry dropper. 8X to the dry, 9X to the nymph. But yeah, this is zipping. I think the speed and the recovery is the number one things for accurate fly casting. I don't think the fact that if it's a 2 weight or a 3 weight or whatever weight it is isn't going to make it any more accurate. No, this is zipping it out there though. Wouldn't eat the standard drift. Another brown. Yeah, they're not big, but it's what we're working with today.
it is.
I got that one. I was just telling the camera, I was like, missed a good dry fly eat because I forgot to turn the camera on and it hit the water. And this water reminds me of what we fished in France and Spain. There was two rivers that were very similar in size and like little shallow pockets. Fish be laid and stuff just like that. Throw a dry dropper and they'll come up and eat the dry.
That's your style perfectly.
Yeah.
Just to maximize the column, top and bottom, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's so similar, like just the way that sets up. Oh, horrendous net job. A better fish. Yeah, we switched to several on the Nymph now.
So far, what's your first impressions?
Extremely accurate. I had no issues with a 2.0. I was throwing some of those casts 35 feet with a 2.0 with accuracy. I think it's more angler based than it is rod based, but it does help to have the recovery of certain rods like this one and the original 10.3 and 10.2. I think having that type of recovery in your rod is going to help a less experienced angler with their accuracy.
Also happened to notice how many fish you dropped coming up through there.
Wasn't many.
I didn't see any.
I don't think it was any. I did drop one kind of at my hands while I was talking, but other than that, I don't think I dropped any.